position. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at, and they tell you also what you need to work on.
And this is the area where Dort has really shown some massive improvement. Great touch from that range.
Three-pointer, and it's good. 3 points on the board on the shot from Clutch.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
It's Dort on the wing. Holmgren in the corner. And he gets it to go from the corner.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
And Carroll passes to Clutch. Misses the chippy right there.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Drills it from outside.
A glance around the floor pays off, and Wagner spots the open man.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Guys, thanks. The Thunder, last season's top seed in the West, but they didn't rest on their laurels. They traded for a lockdown defender in Alex Caruso and signed hard-charging big man Isaiah Hartenstein. With their improvements, this is a team set to continue its upward trajectory. They have tons of draft capital moving forward and a ton of upside.
Big moves indeed. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. Holmgren finds Williams. Lets the three fly. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Suggs passes to Clutch. Sinks the three-pointer. Clutch has got 11 points.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Dort misses. So the Thunder, their last game, a loss to the Clippers. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's
substitution on the floor.
Down low, Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Magic leading by 6. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, that one goes. 5 points in the game.
And he's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Clutch. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. That one goes. Count it.
Man, can that guy shoot a turnaround jumper or what? Almost an impossible shot to defend.
And a wide-open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries the long-range jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but, man, when it's followed, watch out.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that was pretty clear.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
76% from the line a season ago.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin certainly will.
I agree. Yeah, David, he is fearless. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the Magic. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that. Every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game. Is on his way.
First free throw is good.
And the growth that Shai has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for George. And a switcher also for Orlando. Wagner's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Now here's Caruso. He's guarded closely, really left alone that time. Wiggins has got 11 points.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Wagner left side. And there's the pass to Clutch. Trying his luck from deep. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing here by 8. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Banchero passes to Wagner. Here's Clutch. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at...
And so it's the Orlando Magic heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field.
51.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder is dancing.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say? Clutch, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Jalen Suggs is out there with Clutch, and it's Vitadze in at the 5.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Clutch. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a face.
Bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunny.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
Williams kicks to Dort. And it's off from three-point range. Orlando leading by 9. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Here's Dort. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Great positioning on the putback. Vitadze's got the lead up to 11 now for Orlando.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
On the wing, Williams. He's defended by Wagner. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Clutch pulls it down. Orlando's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. The turnaround Jay. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Thunder trailing by 13. In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
Well, they really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Well, Brent, Mark Daigneault was named the 2024 Coach of the Year, and not once, but twice.
He won 2 separate.
Substitution on the court.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Oh, that jumper so pure. Gilgeous-Alexander with great confidence.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Clutch, good.
Number 16.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pocket 6. Great look, but off the mark.
I know it's about defending the post and the 3-point line these days, but you still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Clutch. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Thunder have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Suggs, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Here's Suggs. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Wagner passes to Clutch. Good on the triple.
16.
Clutch has got 12 points in just the second half.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's time for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Wendell Carter. David, what's the update there?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Magic. He said it's a badly bruised hip, and though he's in a lot of pain, he doesn't think there's any significant bone or joint damage. At such an early point of the season, it's a tough time to lose him. It's disappointing for everyone. Guys?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down.
Substitution on the court.
Holmgren the pass to Williams. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
And I love that move for this guy. When he's in rhythm, that's money.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Magic leading by 21. Suggs passes to Clutch. His three-pointers off the mark. The Thunder have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Magic.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Clutch.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Clutch. And boy, that looked like bullets. And yes, it is. And so they will award the bat. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jay, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.
It is never easy to win on the road in the NBA, but by the look in the eyes of the Magic players earlier, they know the job that lies ahead of them. So happy to have you and the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then there's Wagner, then it's Suggs, and it's Clutch in at the 2 spot. And for the Pacers, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2, and it's Mathurin in at the 3. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner, outside Matherin. Pass to Nembhard. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero surveys. Here's Clutch. The three. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Halliburton outside. Halliburton on the wing. That three's off the mark.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Clutch has got 9 points.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Timeout called, the Pacers. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
Well, truth be told, they got punked on the glass. That was the difference in the game.
Here's Orlando. They picked up 11 straight. Wagner against Matherin. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Halliburton for three. It's rebounded by Banchero.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2. And another one at the stripe.
Yeah, their offense is really humming right now. They just can't miss.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. There's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Here's Clutch. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Three-pointer, Halliburton. And it's Orlando with a rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams. Appreciate the report. Three-pointer Mathurin knocks down the long J.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Timeout called the Magic. This Magic squad, Stan, has a great young core. What do you think they have to do now to take that next step?
Well, Brian, they do. They have great depth and a lot of good young players, but they need more shooting.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Clutch, coming off a solid outing against Oklahoma City. Back to Banchero. Pass to Clutch from deep three-point range. Mathurin with a rebound. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 1. On the court for Orlando, the Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. Then it's Suggs, then it's Paolo Banchero, and it's Clutch in at the point guard position. It's good.
16.
Clutch has got 18 points in the game.
That's tough to take as a defender. You've got position, and you still get beat.
Siakam outside. On the wing, Mathurin. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
The shot by Nembhard, no good.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Nembhard. Clutch. That's a miss. And he's 7 for 11 from the floor. Indiana trailing here. Pass to Nesmith for 3. Hits the trifecta. Nesmith's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Suggs, the pass to Clutch. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The try by Nembhard. Orlando with a rebound. And Carroll's got 4 rebounds now. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. And Clutch gets it to go. Clutch has got 24 points.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
And the Pacers call time here. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5. Halliburton.
So it's the Orlando Magic flanking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead.
That's the end of the first half with the score. Your Pacers, 34. The Magic, 49.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Orlando leading by 15. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward position. That's the group for Rick Carlisle getting going here in the second half. Nembhard outside. Here's Halliburton. This one for 3. He drops it from range. Nembhard's got 5 points.
And look at the vision from Halliburton. Love seeing ball movement like this.
And Carroll passes to Clutch. Goes up on the wing. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
A nearly unblockable shot. You see how much confidence he has going to the turnaround.
Here's Siakam outside Matherin. The three-pointer off the mark. Magic shooting it well at 59%. Pass to Clutch. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Magic leading by 17. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, BM. He played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
And here's Matherin. He'll bring it up for Indiana. When this one's over, they'll be off to Charlotte as they take on the Hornets. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
And the evolution of Siakam continues. Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Ooh, scary thought.
He tries for three. He buries it from three. Clutch has got 32 points.
He's accounted for over half their points thus far, shouldering the load offensively.
The fadeaway. Yes, it's good. Clutch has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
You live for nights like this when it's all working and the rim looks so huge.
Pass to Siakam. Driving to the basket, and here's Nembhard. Launches it. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wagner, left side. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
Pacers trail by 21. Here's Nembhard. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Orlando calls timeout. The hallmark of this Orlando team, their defense, which led them to the playoffs last year, Coach.
Well, Brian, they were second in defensive rating. They've got great size.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Neesmith. Halliburton finds Turner. Down low. And Halliburton, the bucket on the assist by Matherin.
Yeah, nice effort from Halliburton, working to get that point-blank shot.
On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then it's Suggs. And it's Clutch in at the one spot. On target from range. Clutch has got 37.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Halliburton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Clutch. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah. He's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback. Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Suggs, the pass to Clutch. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Kept alive. Here's Banchero. And the layup is good off the glass.
What tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
Halliburton looking over the floor. Back to Turner. Puts up a deep three. Orlando with a rebound. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Clutch. Mathurin with a rebound. Mathurin's got 4 rebounds now. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Banchero. Now the Magic with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Clutch. Off target with the 3. The Pacers have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Magic.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Clutch.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Pass to Clutch. Hey, from beyond the arc, drops in the 3.
Number 16.
Clutch has got 48.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Back to Halliburton. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Wagner. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Pass to Siakam. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Clutch. So it's the Magic winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Those cards are powerful, and it's worth it to get.
Up next, the Magic taking on the Pelicans. For the Magic, the stars have aligned, performing better than last season. You can feel the energy and excitement around this club as they continue their upward trend. Pelicans, Magic, the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Clutch out there with Suggs. And it's Bitadze in at the 5, roaming the paint. Another NBA season clock upon us. What's the biggest change you've seen since you played?
Well, I think a couple of things. Actually, I would consider these a tie. The ball handling and the three-point shooting of 7-foot guys. And then lastly, maybe the matchup zones defensively are the biggest changes for me.
McCollum, left side. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. To the inside, Bitadze.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
From Paolo Banchero.
Pass to Messi. He dishes it to Murray. And a wide open look for McCollum. That 3 off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Clutch, good.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Clark, I know you'd agree. Paolo Banchero has certainly lived up to the hype, being a #1 overall pick.
Yeah, you know, I loved him when he was in college. Loved his size, his athleticism, his IQ, his tenacity. I mean, I don't think there's anything on the floor that he can't do.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 6 points.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
Passes it to Bitadze. Here's Clutch. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Pass to Murray. The 3. Orlando grabs the miss. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
You know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Kicks to Williamson. Poked loose. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. Now, he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing you've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. A big move for the Pelicans this summer, trading for DeJounte Murray, a versatile and durable lead guard who's proven to be one of the best clutch players. His acquisition directly addresses some of the Pelicans' greatest needs. And guys, I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the update. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Look at Clutch, he's really been playing well.
Just killing it. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you just ask him for him to drop another triple.
Substitution on the board.
Here's Murray. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Clutch out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Some of the moves Williamson pulls off are just insane there, but he didn't know what to do.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slant camera.
Number 16.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Pelicans. Trailing by 13. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Shot clock at 6. From 12 feet out. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paulo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Wagner against Williamson. On the wing, Murray. Drills the three-pointer. Murray's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, I tell you what, that's a sight for sore eyes to see Murray connecting from distance, because when he's doing that, it really opens things up for him, because we know he can get to the basket.
Wagner on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Clutch can't hit. Pelicans trail by 14. To the paint. Here's Williamson, and he banks in the layup. Williamson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Clutch. Oh, trying for it, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Murray outside. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Magic leading by 12. Here's Clutch. Rebound by Olynyk. For New Orleans, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Got that bucket in no time at all. 23 points for Clutch.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Murray, no good.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
The pass to Clutch. He gets it up, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Orlando. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say? Clutch, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Clutch. A three-pointer is right on target. Clutch has got 28 points in the game.
Jalen Suggs serving up an assist. Boy, he is a capable point guard.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Look at Clutch. He's really been playing well.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Murray. It's deflected. And so it's Orlando holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Suggs out there with Clutch, and it's Bitadze in at the center, filling out the middle. This is out there for Orlando. And that one's good. Wagner.
Wagner saw the opening and took off, slashing with the best of them.
Cullen passes to Murray. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it. But I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success will certainly continue to keep that pipeline going.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And there's the foul. It's on Clutch. That's foul number 2 for him. And Orlando making a change here. Black's checked in. Making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
C.J. McCollum, shooting 1.
They throw good. McCollum. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Murray against Caldwell Pope.
Dejounte Murray does a nice job using that long frame of his to attract contact from the defense and still get it done.
Shooting for New Orleans.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And so Murray nails both of them. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. Here's Clutch. A terrific shot on a turnaround. Clutch has got 33 points.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.
And that's the player introductions completed. So in just a few moments, we'll be back and ready for action. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got George, also Chris Middleton out there, Sarr out there with Jordan Poole, and it's Carrington in at the 2 guard. And for Orlando, on the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Paolo Banchero is out there with Goga Bitadze. And it's Clutch in at the 1. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, B.A., take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building. Plus, you wait all offseason to see how your team measures up. And now, you get to find out. Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Clutch. He played a great game against New Orleans. Count it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jamal Mosley.
I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense. We have to talk, and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. What a fantastic second year for Paolo Banchero, Grant. A bona fide all-star in Orlando.
Yeah, only their second all-star over the last decade. Paolo was incredible during the playoffs, averaging 27, 9, and 4. That playoff experience is big for him going forward.
And it's Washington with the ball. Orlando making their last shot. Here's George. Great D that time from Banchero. The Magic have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. That's tipped. It's stolen by Poole. They've got numbers. Here's Carrington. Kicks it to George. Launches a 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And Clutch gets it to go. Clutch has got 8 points.
They're really working the paint now.
Washington has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Good on the bucket.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
The Wizards have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Magic foul. Number 60. First personal foul. First team foul.
Orlando on D. Now a timeout called by... Washington. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
It was frankly embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Now here's Poole, coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. And again, Washington, no good.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Well, Doris, you covered him. Jordan Poole was electric in the 2022 NBA Finals.
Well, B.A., there's no doubt they do not win the title without Jordan Poole and the lift he gave them at various points in that finals run. This guy is electric on the offensive end when his game is working.
Clutch. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And early on, they've been on a 10. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Substitution on the court.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. So on the floor for the Wizards, George out there with Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Caldwell Pope.
Making plays at both ends of the floor. And it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Poole with the ball. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. Three-pointer off the mark.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Here's Clutch, guarded by Poole, and Caro outside. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. Knocks down the triple. Banchero's got 6 in the quarter.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rush offensively. They could really use a basket.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
And Washington making a change here. Bayes checked in. George outside. Here's Carrington. And a miss there on the triple. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, we're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time. Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
At the line for the
and guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Orlando?
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
That free throw good from Middleton. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Here's Clutch. He's got 14. To the middle. Oh, deflected. Here's Batase, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Clutch's shot is off. The Wizards have gone 0 for 6 in the second. Not looking good. Here's Carrington, defended by Wagner. Here's Bay. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Orlando ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be right back after.
The Wizards, 21.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then it's Goga Batadze. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Clutch in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Wagner, the pass to Clutch. No good on the triple.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Yep, that one goes. Poole's got 5 now.
Okay, Jordan Poole says, I might be slight of frame, but I've got enough toughness to absorb this contact.
Here's Clutch. Orlando gets it back. Wagner, the pass to Clutch. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Number 16, from Franz Wagner.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Here's Clutch. Sarr pulls it in.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
For Orlando, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Pulls up, high post. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. He's got 18.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
To the inside. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Clutch. Sends it home from three-point land. Clutch has got 7 points here in the quarter.
Now you see the decision-making of Paolo Banchero is so impressive. Comes into the league with that skill and really elevating it.
Here's Poole. Up and in on the layup.
Stop it. An incredible move to shake his man. Getting the defender on his heels, doing the rest with ease.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And a look now at the Washington Wizards' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well. Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Poole for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Poole's got 10 points in the game.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Here's Clutch. And it's Poole with a rebound. And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for Washington. Next up, they'll take on the Rockets at Toyota Center. That'll put them right in the middle of a 5-game road trip. And Carroll passes to Clutch. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by George. Washington has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Poole. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, Jordan Poole has the ball on a string saying, I've got a handle that y'all should take notice of.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Clutch. Orlando again missing. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. Free throw good. Poole. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Orlando?
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
And so in the game for Washington, we've got Jordan Poole, Corey Kispert out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Sadiq Bey, and it's Brogdon in at the 2. Poole for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Anthony's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says, and a great win for the Magic.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for Clutch.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Poole, the pass to Kispert. It's hauled in by the Magic. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to De Silva. Inside. Clutch's shot is off. And here's Poole. Bay. Anthony grabs the board. Here's Clutch. Shot is up. No good. So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in.
Of dynasties. But did you know that you can prove it? Here's a fast break on dynasty points in my career. On your way to building a dynasty? Well, every major accomplishment you make in my career will build your dynasty points. You can see your list of successes underneath Play Next.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Bridges out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Jalen Suggs is out there with Clutch. And it's Bitadze in at the 5, down low. And a little extra at stake tonight, as this is the first game of the NBA Cup group stage for each of these teams.
And both coaches want to get that first win under their belt. With only 4 games in this stage, the tournament doesn't give you much room for error.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Suggs passes to Banchero. Here's Clutch. Bangs home the trifecta.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary. Even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Makes it off the glass. Clutch has got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And Ball is a proven distributor. He's got a real talent for spotting the cracks in the D.
Wagner passes to Clutch from past the arc. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
What stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
Did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
Deep 2 from Ball. Banchero grabs the board.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Clutch. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Miller outside. And the Hornets miss again. Orlando, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Clutch passes to Bitadze. Over Williams. Bitadze can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. The Hornets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Williams passes the ball. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Bridges double team. Miller with a wide open look. And the 3 ball is good. Miller's got 9. Here's Suggs. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Clutch. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And now the first timeout called. For the Hornets. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team.
Substitution on the court.
And Orlando has possession. It's a 5-point game.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Suggs out there with Clutch. And it's Bitadze in at center. This is out there for Orlando. Hornets trail by 8. There's the pass to Mann. Yep, that one goes in there. Mann's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Clutch. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's Man. He's covered by Suggs. Ball no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Out to the right wing. Here's Clutch. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Mark Williams. 11th in blocks. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. For three, Bridges. The rebound by Batadze. Orlando leading by 8. Lets it go from the wing, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Suggs really coming into his own. It's those passes that make a difference.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Ball, the pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. The step back jumper is good. Ball's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And this is game one of the group play stage of the NBA Cup. Teams are the top. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Magic up by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
41. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Magic Youth Dance Team.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What can you say? Clutch and impressive effort here today.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Great to see him playing up to his full potential. This will do so much for his confidence.
On the floor for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's a Kogi in at the small forward.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. On defense, Orlando. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Here's Clutch. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Clutch has got 4 points this quarter.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Williams in the post. Miller outside. That shot, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Clutch can't hit. Hornets trail by 14. Here's Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jalen Suggs.
And Ball understands how to get these calls, especially against aggressive defense.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. That's 36 points for Clutch.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
And Williams is right there.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Suggs passes to Clutch. Back to Suggs. Here's Clutch. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
To the middle. Here's Miller. Tries again. No good on the layup.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Magic lead by 19.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Inside, here's Miller. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Assisted.
Ball's got his third assist on the night. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Heading to the court. It's time to get loud for your 407 dance speed.
Orlando making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Ball, the pass to Bridges. Now, here's Ball. Tight defense on him. And Ball slams it in.
Get up, LaMelo. These Ball brothers can fly.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Clutch out there with Suggs. And it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. And the basket by Okogie.
And for Miller condition as well, showing great vision on that play.
Clutch the pass to Wagner. There's Clutch. Takes a three. Buries it from three-point range. Clutch has got 42 in the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback. Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Banked in off the glass. Clutch has got 15 points in just the second half.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Great, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Orlando leading by 15. Here's Clutch. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. Bridges outside. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Clutch, good.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no slowing down.
Floats it up for Williams. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Here's the three. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Hornets trail by 17. Stolen. Clutch. And another one falls.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Knocks it loose. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Miller. He's tightly guarded. 6 on the shot clock. Bridges finds Miller. Off target with his three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Magic.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Clutch.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Here's Clutch. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's Miller with the three. Miller with another miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Tips it.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So...